Alright, Josh is done selling stuff. It took a long time for Josh to sell stuff.
I did not. At all, actually.
It did. Just go with the flow, man.
No. Never.
Yes.
I go against the flow.
Yes.
Sure. He's just reading his yes now, like 2 hours later.
Because it fit the moment.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Hey, there we go. I love lean.
Lean, clean, biting machine.
I love lean cuisine. What is up, rat?
You were just saying how you weren't here.
Yeah, we were actually.
You killed the general.
Cool. I can't maul him.
Like a random guy decides to respond to my text the moment we come back.
You got a red one now. So you're red glow stick as well then?
Who stole your green? You stole your green glow stick?
No. Limited did.
But who's playing Calamidus?
I control his actions, but he had those already, so.
Great.
I think there was something earlier, like this is definitely a whole area. So hello.
This is where you came from.
I know. I'm trying to go back where I came from.
Why?
Because there was a forking path that I didn't go on, and I'm going like way over here now, and I think I'm gonna forget if I don't go back and do it now. Here we go. I think this is all it was, but
That was my pleasant break.
listen, Kumid just does what he Kumid wants. I can't control him. How much money I made back after I spent it all?
This connects back, so you want
Yes.
to go upright.
No, I need to check. That connects the stuff. There was something I'm pretty sure right before this, so. Listen, if I don't go back now and should double check it, then I won't ever go back and double check it. And I kind of want to see stuff. So. No. A little bit more. No, I think this was all just okay. I think we're good.
Worrying for nothing.
Oh, that's not worrying. I just want to check out the sea stuff. And I thought I remember a fork in the path, and I did not, apparently.
You found the fork in Racket's path.
I forked Rat Kid.
What?
I forked Rat Kid right in there.
What does your quest journal say?
Kill something. Kill something. Kill something.
This is where you came from. Now you just make it a big circle. You're doing it to spite me now. I hate you.
Dude, he's getting them steps in. His glutes are gonna be fucking rock hard.
You're doing it to spite me, and you're doing it because you don't know if you've been down there.
I actually genuinely have no idea why I started walking down there, because I didn't. I know I had everything done, but I started walking down there, so I committed. My finger just did the thing. And I was like, all right, you're doing this.
What? He racket. Something else is rock hard. Oh gosh, I don't want to know. You're gonna say it anyway, so just say it.
Is it your nose? It's your nose, isn't it? Oh god, that was very violent.
My rock.
Shit, man.
Didn't see that one coming.
I want it. Give me. Thank you. I like how I push right and he's like, I'm gonna swing upwards. Or I'll push left with it. I don't even a tingle now. Can you play Guitar Hero?
What?
Can you play Guitar Hero?
We do have the room for it.
Yeah, I need to get this. The problem is I don't even have a second controller for it, and I don't think you have any. So,
No.
and I wanna base
Ooh, new ability.
anything.
Oh.
That sounds gross. Vigilance, go Vigilance. Apparently they're doing Amiga 500 Mini as well. The people who did the Commodore.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's actually really cool. I just draw the line with computer stuff. Even the cool old computers. The only one I'm gonna make exception for is the MSX2, which that's just because it has every Konami like franchise that I care about on it, and that's it. And they have like actual different entries. But most like the Commodore and stuff like that, they just had ports of like normal games. They didn't have like exclusive stuff, and that's the thing. So maybe if they had exclusive stuff, that's not true. I mean, they had some exclusive stuff, but nothing that I care about.
I'll get you a Jaguar.
I want a Jaguar, Nick.
What if I just got you a Jaguar?
I mean, I would accept it, and then I would just never get anything for it ever again. But the Jaguar is awful.
What if I got you a League Pro?
No, yeah, I would rather have a Jaguar.
Good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're done.
What if I got you an MSX?
I want the MSX2. MSX1 doesn't help me very much. But if you got me MSX2, I'll be fucking so grateful.
How much do those go for?
They're not super expensive as far as like system and stuff goes. I think the last one I saw sold for like $200 to $300.
Yikes!
It's not that bad. It's a system at the end of the day.
MSX 2.
Welcome back, soldier.
I've had time over these past days to reflect on the monastery's fall. In particular, the robed figure.
Yeah, about 250, 300.
I believe that I've devised a course of action that will lead us to the source of Nakiva's power.
I think that's not that bad. That really isn't. No. The problem is the games for it that I want.
Expensive.
Those are more than that per game. So, but yeah, they have an exclusive Castlevania game.
Powerful coven of
That's also
necromantic
like again
scholars
like loose,
has
really fucking
undoubtedly
expensive. They have the
returned from
first
the
two Metal
grave
Gears
of
were
forgotten
exclusively for
history.
that.
I'm learning.
Somehow they're linked to Nakiva, and knowing the nature of the coven,
They have
they are
Penguin
most
Adventure.
certainly key antagonists in this
It's Kojima's
strife.
first game. That was for the MSX.
Very few know of the Amaranthine Orbis and their history. They
Amaranth?
disappeared nearly 1,000 years ago.
Does the Amaranthine Orbis sell her farts?
Their disappearance coincided with the fall of Teklatal, the once great city of enlightenment. We must find the ruins to the north, but our trek will be a dangerous one, for the ancient city stands on the edges of the Forbidden Desert.
Forbidden dessert.
You
Alright.
will accompany me on this venture.
I like cheesecake.
I've already spoken with Captain Ceres, and she has given us permission to take Nani Day and Rory Shi with us.
You're merchants.
I like 90.
Resources will be scarce. You'll be
I'll save
dependent
them
upon
for
their
now.
few supplies during our excursion. We will leave for the desert at first light.
Aw, I'm not gonna
Strongly
see
advise that
Old
you
Lady
abstain
anymore.
from tonight's festivities and get some rest.
Fuck no, I'm partying. I'll be hungover for our trek. Perfect.
Long ago, in a time before the realms unified beneath one leader, a glorious and prosperous civilization called Teklatal reigned in the most fertile land in the world.
Fertile. Nice.
Soon they stumbled onto the existence of another realm. The Coven, exhilarated by what they discovered, delved too deeply into a world they knew little of. They had neither the experience nor the power for what was to come. A rift between worlds had been torn, and the spirits of the dead became trapped in a place
Convergence
where
of
they could not rest.
spheres.
When the surrounding jungle began to decay,
Sorry.
and the sacred beasts that had once provided food fell to disease, the people's plight became a violent revolt against their selfish leaders. With the death of their high priest, the Coven was forced into exile from the city and made to dwell in the desert. Until now, their fate was unknown. Most scholars believe them dead, or worse, having succumbed to the very curse they brought down upon their once faithful followers. Today, the ruins of Teklatal still stand.
Cool story, bro. Alright.
You know, I just realized that Ferris was supposed to visit me this weekend and pick up his Funko that I have for him. And I never grabbed the Funko, and he never came this weekend, so it all worked out. But I never grabbed the Funko. I don't know how I thought about that in the middle of that cutscene, but I did.
I know how, because it was a very boring cutscene, and so it's a perfect opportunity to think about other things.
I also think about the most random things at the most random time.
Ooh,
The
ghosts.
corruption of the Amaranthine Orbis must be stopped. Why is it that the Wendigo hunt us?
Oops.
The spirits are distrustful. While they've spoken with me reluctantly, these trapped spirits are fearful of you.
That's right, I'll slap him.
They've been tortured by wild changelings, whom they call Wendigo, that have roamed the desert for centuries. The spirits fear that you will hunt and consume them with the same ferocity.
That depends, are they girl ghosts?
I was unaware
I'll
of
definitely
the
consume them
changeling's
then.
ability to feed off the life forces in this world. I imagine that it has been very difficult for you to maintain your human composure through all of this destruction and mayhem.
No, not really.
Maintain focus on what's at stake, and you will retain your better self.
I like steak.
It's very important that we gain these spirits' trust. They're relics from a long-lost era, and they will be invaluable in our pursuit of the ancient Coven. You alone can
I
earn
like
their
covens,
favor.
they're full of women. I approve.
Zuleika, the spirit who spoke to me, says that the Wendigo prowl the nearby Forsaken Sands. Go there and hunt down the tribe. Prove to the spirits that they have nothing to fear from you by relieving them from this ruthless predator. To be certain that they will not arise again,
Like
find
the way
the
this guy
patriarch
talks, like-
and dispatch him.
I didn't hear what you said. It's like you shake your head and your hats would fall off.
That's how he talks. That's literally how he talks. Cool. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I think there was more to that, but whatever. Nothing. Nothing. Alright. Hello, ghost. They seem like they're all women ghosts, and I approve. Hello. Don't care.
So, Racket, the next time we'll be streaming after this will be next Tuesday. 1 week.
8 days. Little over a week. Forsaken Sons! Wait, did we miss? No. Has that just been 10 minutes? God, that took fucking. That felt like so long.
I'm still getting a smoothie on the way to work.
69! Woo! Oh, I did 69.
So, how big is this world map?
Let's check that out. I gotta stop when to go first. Hold on. Oh, that was interesting. It's actually smaller than the other one.
I think it's about the same.
No, because they
1,
had
2, 3, 4,
1,
5,
2,
6, 7,
3,
8. There was
4, 5, 6. Yeah, there was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7, so there's less
8. Okay,
here.
one less area.
I'll take that, bitch. I'll smack your rock face. Wait, why did it move backwards?
Hey, new enemies.
Oh, hey, I don't like that. Stop throwing rocks. That's rude.
It's nice to see new enemies, though.
Yeah, true.
Hey, it's you!
What is it? Oh, Wendigo. Oh, Wendigo.
This is where you're born and raised.
Gross. I hate desert.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics. This is where you're
I
born.
hate sand. It's everywhere.
Are you part of the sand village?
Part of the sand people that I'm going to get angry one day and assassinate everybody else. And then my mom's gonna be like, no, don't do it. And then I'm gonna kill younglings and then
Summon your pet. It'll help with those.
I don't know. That takes a lot of. I was gonna say FP. Oh my god. Yeah, I do it every time I cast, so it's kind of annoying. It's not even that I don't have enough, it's just it's annoying. Yeah. I have to just hit the same button over and over and over again. Kill! Kill for me!
I'll kill for you.
Avada Kedavra!
I got far again.
No!
I'm not going to, but I have to. It's the tacos.
Why do you eat so much Mexican if Mexican makes you a bomb?
Yesterday wasn't Mexican. Yesterday was tropical smoothie.
Okay, fair enough. But why do you eat so much Mexican overall in your life if it makes you so stinky?
Why do you eat good food?
I don't eat a lot. Most food that makes me like that, I stop eating. So I don't eat cereal anymore because I just like that all day.
I eat food because it's good. I don't care what it does to me.
What about what it does to other people?
Not me.
Wow.
And I moderate it, and I moderated it. I did one, and you're like, no, and I stopped.
You did. You did. I appreciate that because I think I would have just left the room.
Except for the first one I had an after.
It really did. It was crazy. It literally did come in and out of the window like a few times.
I think the breeze is blowing in.
I think it was,
Wow.
yeah.
I need to open that window.
Yeah. Make the fart run away from us in fear. La 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 la. I believe in Nicola.
Oh, I am very much full though. That tasted really good. Still want a smoothie.
Yeah, I'm not over full, thankfully. It actually did even itself out for me. Yeah, I'll always take. I mean, anything frozen, I will always take.
I love smoothies. I need to call B-Dubs as well. I need to see if B-Dubs got the new map. Let's go out. Try it.
If you're on a B-Dubs, invite me. I want to go. I've wanted to go to B-Dubs for a while.
You'll have to go to the second trip. Wow. Because Christian also wants to go. But the first one's only me and Brittany. It's a naked Brit day.
Wow.
Sorry.
What if I inhabit your body and then
I don't know if you want that, man. Do you want to experience the power of Crows?
You know, for a day I'll do it if it means B-Dubs.
The Right Wing Company's better, so.
But at the same time, there's something about like it's kind of like how like there's just like some shitty food is just good.
Wait out my massive fury.
Like White
Good
Castle.
afternoon, lady. Racket, do you like the stream name? I did it for you. I don't know if you want to feel the power of COVID. No, not COVID. Jesus Christ.
I don't actually want to feel the power of COVID.
Oh, fun fact about COVID. So I had to have my doctor's appointment
Yeah.
on Wednesday. And she's like, because you're actually immune compromised. Great. This is after doing research and everything. You're actually less likely to catch COVID. And if you do catch COVID, you are less likely to get an extreme case of it.
That is literally not true. That's why they're actually having a fourth dose for people that are immunocompromised.
No, this is coming straight from her.
Which is insane then.
From all the studies.
It literally is not. It's in the news.
It depends on your. It's because of the medication.
If there's medication, whatever, but that still would not trust the fact that, dude, at the end of the day, if you give me COVID, then fine, whatever. I'm just not hanging out with you until you get a vaccine. That's just the way I'm treated. So, but you don't want to get your vaccine, go ahead. If you're gonna take her word for that, even though.
Oh no. I'm just saying that's coming. Well, one, we shouldn't trust our doctors, but
not you shouldn't trust your doctors without verifying yourself. For anything, actually. They're people. They can make mistakes and they can have opinions.
But apparently, it's happened with a lot of Crohn's patients that do get COVID. It's not like 8 out of 10 of them, which is still good. Get it and are done with it within the first like 2 or 3 days.
Well, yeah, a lot of people like get Crohn's either way can, and even Crohn's might not be like the ones that are at the highest risk. Like I think it's probably more like MS and stuff like that.
Chemo.
Yeah, that
Chemo are the high
makes,
ones.
that makes sense. But still, at the end of the day, you're still not immune to it.
Each
And
time you get
can still spread
COVID,
it.
you become 2% more autistic. You can trust Dr. Ratkid. I don't trust you. You're no doctor.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have more knowledge than doctors, though, too. So, not saying Ratkid as well.
Why you just kill your pet?
You did. You guys enough damage to one shot. That's not very
That
unfortunate
was
for me.
2-shot.
Was it?
Mhm.
Really? Again? No, that's fine. But yeah, at the end of the day, you're not gonna have the same protection than versus somebody who's
Avoid city sodium.
had a vaccine, and I just don't think it's worth the risk because it's not the fact that you can get. It's not about you surviving it. It's about you not spreading it. That's the point. That's the thing that frustrates me with COVID. So everyone's just like, oh, I'll be fine. Everybody I know has not died from it, you know?
I didn't say anything, hey, I'm not going to do anything or whatnot. I'm just saying what she said.
Yeah.
About,
but I already don't like your doctor's opinions, so it doesn't really help much. Literally, at the end of the day,
okay.
There's some nurses that I've talked to that they literally pick and choose which information they want to see and talk about. People are people, even if they're in the medical field, and they'll have their opinions and they'll try to push their opinions, and they'll pick it. They'll also see what they want to see. So that's why I don't think it's something you should always verify with more than just one person. But
was that another +6 change line? Oh, it's +17 movement speed.
I don't care. Helpful for me. Don't need that or that. I'll take the strength though.
Teleport.
Let me see what's available to buy. I might be down for an upgrade on a weapon. No. Where's that go? No. Look. Oh. Yeah, I don't believe that. But I haven't done the research specifically on the Crohn's either, so I don't have the answers either.
And it's not Crohn, it's the medication I'm on. Humira.
Still don't believe it until I research it myself. It could though. I'm open-minded to stuff.
Again, and she's saying it's not immune, it's less likely.
Yeah.
So still totally open to getting stuff, and it could very well be bad. Only thing she's saying it's less likely for it to be be worse, or two, get it.
See, I could understand if it's increasing your odds on you just basically not having or just having Crohn's and no medication. I can understand that, but I have a hard time believing that this medication can do it.
Well, it's because the medication's already. She talked about the science. I don't remember all the science behind it. I think to a certain point, I could be wrong about the science. Is what she told me. It decreases a certain immune system in my body, which also is affecting, which is what also COVID is attacking. And without it being there, it's not really, can't attack it as much.
That makes no sense.
There's, I don't remember the exact
I was
science,
gonna say that's not how immune systems work. So,
but there's to a degree of me not having as much immune system is it's not affecting COVID as much. Well, a chance, of course. Than me actually having a normal immune system or absolutely none, like chemo patients.
yeah.
But
No, I definitely think that you're not as bad as chemo, or again even like
a normal person.
because you're
I'm in that in between.
yeah.
So again, not saying hey I should not get the shot or the shot or anything. I'm just saying, according to her, there's a less chance of anything bad actually happening, which is why it kind of makes sense to a degree that I recovered from COVID back in October.
Yeah,
super
that's
fast.
true. And even then, yeah, that is a big thing. Obviously, I don't want you, if you get it again, for you to obviously just not have any like horrible reactions to it. I mean, but I think the biggest thing is just to not get it, and I refuse to believe that a medication is going to prevent you from getting it.
You don't need Xanax. If you love Xanax, then your doctor says not to use it, then I don't know.
Yeah, in fact, if any doctor says that you should trust their opinion, their opinion only, then like I would absolutely stop seeing them.
She wasn't saying that whatsoever.
No, I know. I'm just saying that it's bad to just fully trust one person's opinion, even if they are professional.
She was just passing on the information that he felt like was right to say in this situation, and I brought up my COVID situation.
I still just can't say for sure. From the information that she's given me before, I don't think that she has. I think she's like has opinions about COVID, and she's using that to pick and choose what she wants to say.
Oh, I mean, she's the first one that told me to stop working when COVID first came out, so...
Yeah, but even then, like, the stuff that she's been saying to you, it does not check out at all, so...
I don't know. I trust her. But, I mean, still gonna pick and choose what information I'm gonna, like, listen to.
Yeah, I know. Where the fuck am I going? Did I finish the thing?
No. You went back. You just keep on going right. I'm still alive, and that's a good thing. She's done surgery on me, so.
Again, they can be good at their job as far as like technical things go. I've seen it before that people. Oh my God, is that why it's telling me that?
No, it's just that's
okay. Well, wait, wouldn't it always be north? So I'm so lost.
Where you gotta go.
But then why is it saying it? It's always said that?
Yeah.
Oh. But why is it? I'm so confused, man. Why would they say go? Why they say where north is if like the maps don't ever change position? If it always never changes position, then then up is always north.
PSP game.
Nah. Not talking about them putting it there. I'm talking about why would they choose to put north there when you can't rotate the map? That is a decision on someone's part.
Make the PSP game seem cooler. I don't know.
We gave you a compass. You don't need it, but here you go.
Is that true, Racken? I feel like you might have had a little bit more in your crazy prime years.
There's also a thing that like is very problematic. That's just bias confirmation. It happens on the patient's part. It happens on a person's part where you have a preconceived conception about something, and you're going to listen to the information that reinforces that, and ignore the ones that don't, or at least not take them how they're supposed to be perceived.
I used to be a heavy cannabis user though, and cough syrup.
That's not good. And yeah, with the fact that I've talked to people in the medical field that are literally taking care of people, and they have bias confirmation about this stuff, it pisses me off, because there's people who, yeah, they do trust these people, and if they're selfishly looking at these things for confirming what they want to be the truth about it, then they're spreading misinformation, and that's already a problem with COVID. So I think we've finally gotten to the point where the information is readily out there for anybody to look up. And yes, there are professionals that have more answers in some fields too, but I think it's important to do your own research, because then you can at least compare with what you've heard from your professionals, and you can form an opinion with enough information to form a proper opinion about something. In the early days, though, when there was like nothing on it, then like I definitely understand the confusion there. Like especially with the vaccine. Sorry, everyone being scared about that, but when they put out the information, like even for that, like saying like, hey, we've actually been testing this for forever. mRNA has been around since the the type of vaccine we've been working on, waiting for something like this for
Why are you
years.
just freezing?
But you know, when they said all that, it's like, but still, there's a lot of people that just said like, no, I don't trust it because it's new, and it's like it's not though. It's literally been tested
No, I'm
for like.
not going to talk over for 300 of this. I will literally hurt myself. Josh can.
No, I don't want to either. I just want people to stop being.
Reason.
See? He runs outside of it. Does not work with these guys. At least not reliably. That might be a better option. These things fucking shoot. Aha! Stop it. You stop it! I was hitting him.
I would unironically love that. Alright, Josh, you found a new part-time job for Racket. Be his podcast.
No, I fucking hate podcasts. I'm sorry, Racket. No.
Just pre-record 300 episodes so Racket can listen to it as drive everywhere.
Listen, here's the finale.
But you have to
Here's the start, the middle, and the finale of the podcast.
So here's how you
Everyone, stop being dumb, look into things yourself, and be open to admitting that you're wrong.
Well,
Done.
you have to talk in a very unethical and weird voice. You have to be very same the whole podcast.
What
to
type
the
of
point
podcast do you listen to, man?
where you put them to sleep. The midnight one, 3 a.m. The 3 a.m.
The
or-
midnight one, the
Yeah.
podcast, the only podcast that takes place at midnight.
It takes place super late at night, and you get underpaid, and it's super boring. But people listen to it because there's nothing else on. That
Right.
type of podcast.
Or you know, you guys can all play Elden Ring.
What?
Play Elden Ring. To
I
anyone
would-
who listens to podcasts,
I would
stop
suck your
it.
toes.
To anyone who listens to podcasts, stop and play Elden Ring.
No, first and second, yes. Third, no. Man, your ball doing good.
He just aggroed me the whole time. Yeah, the wrap up, to be completely done with the COVID stuff, all I'm saying as a person, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but if you're risking my health, then fuck you, and yeah, I'm over that. So.
I feel that, Racket. Unfortunately, there's always two sides of a cookie, and no one will ever agree to everything.
It's true. I think at the end of the day, like, anyone can have their opinions. That's fine. You are literally entitled to your opinions. The really the end of it is that if you're gonna have your opinions and you're gonna do something that might harm other people, you need to do that off on your own. And you have no right with getting upset with people that want you to do that on your own. Because you're literally threatening someone's life in certain situations.
And it's very unfortunate the world is slowly going back to its normal state.
It's unfortunate that's going back.
Well, as an example, Hawaii just lifted their...
Oh, I got you saying as far as COVID like first
Yeah.
breakout.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hawaii just lifted their... And Disney. Disney just made
Yeah.
it no mandate for
Well,
masks now.
and again, if the science is behind that, it's like it's not necessary. Whatever. I definitely think it's still a little bit early. Granted, I get it. Like everyone's over this, and like, if the population density and the amount of cases are like so low, again, I can get it. But there's still always going to be these slip ups, and
Oh, I mean, it's
I
gonna
just
be
think
there
it's
forever, so.
better to be. Yeah, I mean, if there's a chance to like to stop it though, then I think it would be one of these situations where like if you get just starve it enough, then there's a point where it just doesn't spread, you know? That's literally how everything can work. But we, as a community, don't want to be careful enough for that long. That's the problem.
As a world. Oh, I guess not world, but as a country.
It's a, yeah, I was gonna say it's a country. It's a country thing, because half the other countries were just like, all right, we'll lock down. Hey, problem solved. Bye, everyone, we're good. And then fucking America's just like, yeah, people keep on being dumb and everyone's dying. So
They did 3 months of lockdown and didn't do a thing.
no, it didn't.
Because no one stayed at home.
America is unfortunately one of the big problems with America. I'm not gonna get into super politics things, but we're very politically divided, and we
Opinionated.
Yes,
I think that's a better
because of
way to put
that,
it,
no, but we are divided as a country. So we have been for a long time. There's literally 2 parties, and that's what dominates the country. And everyone can have their opinions about that. That's absolutely okay. I don't hate on either side. I genuinely don't. That being said, not everything has to be about one side or another, and that's why I feel like America, everything has to come down to is
It's politics.
it's politics, and it's such bullshit. It doesn't have to be about politics.
Why I don't like politics.
Yes. So. And
I don't mind debating.
and you can, and it's a thing. It's like
Hey, really, guys, is
it
bad.
genuinely is like a thing that just is. It's like mainly Americans' problem we have to deal with. So I really hope that's not how it's gonna be forever. But
Josh wants to live in an anarchy state.
oh, that's really what American state.
Back to Middle Earth for you.
Back to Middle Earth. When was I in Middle Earth, man?
To Middle Earth with you.
This is hilarious. He's fucking constantly running from this thing. That was great. Dude, I'll take Middle Earth. I need it.
Monarchy state.
I get a smooch on Gollum. That's the perfect one.
Or anarchy state. Yeah, anarchy.
What are you talking about?
I'm fucking up my mono and ano.
Yeah, those are not even opposites. Yeah, no, anarchy. No, I don't think anarchy works. No. That's enough. I'm not gonna talk anymore about politics. It gets, now we're getting too spicy, I think.
I'm just saying. Ah, wrong one.
Yeah, it was, but it's okay. I might go back to it, honestly, because this ball isn't helping me in every situation, so. Jesus, look how many fucking... you see that? It's 22 plus 15
Yeah.
for my gear. This is a... Alright. Touch. Woo! No, don't fight these things. Fight the ball boy. I'm scared of you. Fight the ball boy. Yes. Man, I'm really curious also, when they run stuff, what that announcement for Xbox, the first Xbox thing.
What? What about what?
For the announcement they made for a while ago on the room
Oh,
about
yeah.
Xbox. Ooh, I'm excited.
Psychonauts too.
I really fucking hope it is.
I'm surprised they haven't said it yet.
They said they're gonna announce it closer to summer. So.
Oh, really? So probably won't be able to 2023.
Probably not.
Alright, well. I guess we can take a break here. When you're selling shit.
Why doesn't that make me go back to the other place? You know, like that. I saw that question mark out there.
You remember the first instance, your first chapter? You did everything else, then you went up? Probably the same thing.
I'll take your word for that. I don't remember that.
Boy. Alright, we'll just take a break here. So he's going to sell stuff anyway. I got to use the bathroom, so I guess it just works out. It's about time anyway. Alright, be right back.